Do you think you're in control of your life? That all your decisions are conscious? What if I told you that your brain makes decisions 7 seconds before you become aware of them? That you remember things that didn't happen? And that you fall in love with people who are unavailable to you? This is Hope Facts, and today we're going to look at 10 psychological facts that will change the way you see yourself. The first fact: your brain makes decisions for you. Neuroscientist Benjamin Libet proved this back in 1983. By scanning the brain, he noticed that activity in the motor cortex occurs 7 seconds before a person says they have decided to do something. You think you're making a choice, but the choice has already been made. The second fact: you're sure that everyone notices your mistakes. This is the spotlight effect. In the experiment, students put on an awkward t-shirt and walked into a room. They were sure that everyone had noticed. But in reality, only 25% did. People don't care about you. They're too busy with themselves. The third fact: forbidden love becomes stronger. This is the Romeo and Juliet effect. In 1972, psychologists surveyed 140 couples. Those couples that faced obstacles rated their relationships as stronger. Your brain confuses the obstacle with the value. The fourth fact: you're distorting your memories. Every time you recall an event, you rewrite it. In 2015, people remembered events that never actually happened and were convinced they were real. You're not a reliable witness to your own life. The fifth fact: you believe in what you want to believe. This is confirmation bias. In 1979, supporters and opponents of the death penalty read the same studies. Each group believed that the data supported their position. You are not objective. You are just defending your ideas. The sixth fact: you physically feel someone else's pain. Mirror neurons activate when you see another person suffering. Your brain processes someone else's pain the same way it processes your own. That's why you empathize, cry while watching movies, and worry about the characters. The seventh fact: you consider yourself smarter than others. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect. People with low competence overestimate their abilities, while true experts, on the contrary, underestimate themselves. So if you think you're smarter than everyone else, that's a sure sign of the opposite. The eighth fact: you remember the bad things faster than the good ones. This is a negative bias and evolutionary mechanism that helped our ancestors survive. You remember your boss's criticism longer than your praise. The ninth fact: you distort the past to justify yourself. Hindsight bias makes you believe that you always knew the outcome of events. You convince yourself that mistakes were inevitable. Your brain is not a logic machine. It's a complex mechanism of errors, distortions, and defenses. But now that you know these facts, you can learn to see your true self. And finally, the 10th fact: you unconsciously seek a partner who is similar to your parent. Attachment theory explains this as follows: if the relationship with your parent was difficult, you will look for someone similar in order to try to solve the old problem through a new relationship. You don't choose a person, but a familiar scenario. Well, that's it for this video. Write in the comments whether you liked it and whether you were able to learn a little more. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to learn even more about how your world works.